being blind hasn't affected Capone at all. He's been blind since he was 3, so that's 6 years. And he had a degenerative illness. So what it's done was his eyesight started going down slowly.
Capone has a generic disease called PRA, progressive retinal atrophy. It's just a progressive blindness in dogs that are born with it. It starts from when they're born to as they're older. By 3, he was virtually blind.
He's gotten used to not being able to see. It wasn't a drastic change for him. And Capone also had what we call his little bunkmate, which was Pepper. And Pepper was more of Capone's seeing eye dog, as funny as that sounds. But Capone learned from Pepper how to get around. Pepper recently passed away, so what we did was we brought Capone here in our office. And it's just been amazing how he has adjusted. His sense of smell, his hearing are so acute, he can maneuver himself around completely.
He can hear very well. He sniffs out everything that most dogs don't even notice, so he's kind of the super dog. His sense of smell is incredible. He will touch everything, sniff everything out, walk around.
Very hard to have food because his sense of smell has done so well, so we have to keep our breakfast stuff far away from him. He's been known to pick up coffee cups, to have you join him for a little cup of coffee in the morning. We are actually lunch buddies. I ask him before I order lunch, when we're ordering out, what he would like, because I inevitably forget and get up from my desk, and Capone enjoys the rest of my lunch.
As far as moving things around your house, you wouldn't necessarily move everything all the time. You'd have to watch out what's stairs. But other than that, they get used to their surroundings and they're comfortable otherwise.
Sometimes with chairs, if we move the chairs because they're rollers and we have to get from one desk to another, sometimes he might bump into there. Going outside is a little more challenging, but inside the office, he's right at home here. He's got an unbelievable memory. He has toys in the office. Sometimes they roll underneath a desk or a cabinet or something, and he will just be at that cabinet forever until you can get that toy out for him.
Another thing about Capone that's pretty amazing is he recognizes voices. There's one volunteer that for a long time has been walking him. His name is Steve. And as soon as Steve walks into the lobby, if he says one word, Capone immediately knows it's him, and he gets very anxious because Steve will take him out then.
We're hoping that he can find a foster home.
I think it's the fact that he's blind and people think it's going to cause such an issue, and also the fact that he kind of looks like a pit bull, but people do frown upon blindness and deaf dogs. I think people think there's such a stigma with it and there's so much extra work, and I think they're just turned off to the idea.
Adoption-wise, I guess for some people it might.
Yeah, it definitely limits the amount of people that will be interested in them. You have to be, I think you have to be a special person to want to, take him home and take the time, and you have to be someone that has a lot of time.
We wouldn't be able to have him behind the desk here if he was aggressive, because
Right.
people come, and even if you post signs, don't reach in, people automatically tend to do that. So we couldn't really have a highly aggressive dog back here at all. It just wouldn't work with our setup here. No, he's good. He likes people to reach in and pet him.
I don't think being blind has bothered him whatsoever at all.